Hi everybody, welcome to the vlog. I am liver and pizzas in Maple Ridge. Wow, what a glamorous vlog. Although I am wearing a glamorous outfit. I'm wearing my Paul Stanley outfit to deliver pizzas. Why? Because it's Halloween, but that's not what this vlog is about. It's about midnight right now, maybe just after, hoping to get off of work fairly quickly and do a vlog that, well, I'll tell you a little bit of a story here. One time about 6 years ago, I left work at 1 a.m. and flew directly to LAX and was in Disneyland by about noon. It was one of the craziest, most whirlwind things I ever did. And bear in mind, I work here in Maple Ridge. I'm in Canada. I did this trip before my vlog ever existed. And it's one of those adventures that I had always thought, man, it would have been cool if I had a vlog channel at the time. With it being the end of the road world tour for Kiss, I am out to see 3 Kiss concerts. One in LA, one in Seattle, and one in Vancouver this week. And today, it all begins. Not with a Kiss concert today, but today I'm going to be doing that same thing again. I'm about to get off work, hopefully, in the next half hour or so here. Going to get my stuff ready, going to drive to the airport. I'm going to head down to Anaheim, California. And if I'm feeling up to it, go into Disneyland. Better not waste any more time talking. And let's make the trip. Okay, it is now 3 a.m. It's actually even darker than it looks in the camera. It is so cold, which is actually kind of cool because we're going to be landing in the Sun Belt, of course, in LA in just a few hours. All right, it is now 4 a.m. and I have made it to where the shuttle is supposed to pick me up and take me into the airport itself. Goodbye, car. Don't get stolen. I have made it through security and customs. It is 4:45 a.m. I really don't think I will have any problems napping. I can't even form sentences because it's, almost 5 a.m. And I really want to nap because I am still determined in my goal to go into Disneyland today, which is, it's quite the ordeal. This is the bump you have to get over. You got to get past the 5-6 a.m.s. These are the temptations that get you at 5 a.m. Do you go to Starbucks, get coffee, and try to power through it? I think in this situation, the answer is no. We have landed in LA. Alrighty, everybody. I am here by myself this time. Gonna make the trip over across from my hotel to the park. I'm gonna do something I've never done before, which is I have tickets to the next 2 days at Disneyland, but not today. Today was kind of supposed to be a fly by the seat of my pants day, like I said earlier. So I'm just gonna walk up to the front gate and pay for a Disney ticket on the spot. No park hopping, no expensive stuff like that today. I'll have that starting tomorrow. Today is gonna be a super chill day. Not literally, it is actually super hot. But still, I told you, oh, by the way, update on whether I slept at the airport. The answer is, not really. Last time, again, like I said, when I did this crazy adventure 5-6 years ago, I swore I would sleep. And then I didn't get a chance to, and same thing happened this time. Even though I'm 3 hours early for a flight, you're still getting shuffled around place to place like crazy, and not overly comfortable sleeping quarters, but I did try to close and rest my eyes for the wait for the flight and on the plane itself.
And so even though I haven't slept, just getting that little bit of rest, I feel so much better than I did when I did this trip last time. We'll see how long I last in the park before I'm a total wreck, but I just cannot believe I'm doing this. This is the berm to the outside of the park. We're going in. Here is an excellent outside the park view of the glorious Matterhorn from here. Almost there. Little more walking until I can get into the park and start, walking. And then there's so much backstage viewpoint from this overpass. You can see the back half of Galaxy's Edge, the front facade of Toontown, and the show building to Small World from here as we get closer. I love how you can gradually get immersed into the park even from the outside as I walk past this stretch of fence and hear little kids getting excited riding the Autopia, which is just on the other side of this fence. We did it. We're here. Oh. The nice thing about coming into the park midday, there's no lines at the security checkpoint. Wow. Still very Halloween-y. Like I said, yesterday was Halloween, and today is the first day of the 10-day process of taking down all the Halloween stuff and putting up some Christmas stuff. Of course, Haunted Mansion holiday stays. We'll see if we see any changes to Disney's holiday theming as they slowly make that transition here. We're here for 3 days, so we'll see if anything changes over the course of us being here. Okay, ticket acquired. I've got a new commemorative ticket for my collection here. Yep, just spending the day in one park. No fancy Disney genie, no nothing. We're doing all that tomorrow. I'm gonna walk into the park. We are in. Got a ceremonial guide map, and it is time to explore everyone's favorite thing, right? The famous plaque as we exit the outside world, aka today, and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. This is the most basic thing I have ever done, starting my day at Disney, at Starbucks. Well, the Market House. Not technically Starbucks, but it's a Starbucks. Now that I've got my Starbucks to keep me going, I'm going to do my tradition for what I always do when I first walk into a Disneyland park, and that is take the Grand Circle tour on the train. The train is a 15-minute wait today. I thought today would be such a slow day. Early week, early November, but no, wait times are actually quite high. Not gonna stop me from having a good time though. Oh, we got the front-facing train.
Kingdoms. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos,
Interesting to see
brazos,
what it looks like with Splash Mountain not here.
Gracias.
We're now entering the bayou, soon to be home to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Princess Tiana swears there's magic out here, and wherever there's magic, there's bound to be surprises. Blue skies and sunshine guaranteed.
Oh, that's new.
Parts. We're now joining up with the Rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see.
So Small World is going to be closed. It's doing its annual refit where it's going to go into holiday mode, so we won't be able to ride this on this trip, but that's okay. Lots of other fun stuff to do. Back, and sounds like the band is playing.
In just a few minutes. This is Main Street.
It's funny, Main Street, USA is not the most action-packed land of Disneyland, but it's where I've decided to spend the first few hours of my day today. I just had a lovely meal at the Plaza Inn. Always get the fried chicken there, and you know what? I've heard that President Lincoln is giving a speech over at the Opera House. I've always really liked that show, so I don't know why. I'm really feeling in the Main Street spirit today. On top of the great show, I just really like the Disney Gallery building and all of their lovely Disneyland-related displays. And then there's the Disneyana gift shop, too, with all the things that I could never dream of affording. I've always thought this was extremely special. Some things from Walt's favorite park, Griffith Park, which somewhat inspired him to lead the project of building Disneyland. There's lots of Disneyland history here in the gallery. Now, I've always thought Walt Disney's multi-plane camera for animation was fascinating, but I got to admit, I was a little disappointed that they've removed... They used to have a scale model of what Disneyland looked like when it opened here, and now something a little different, but very cool.
The world has never had a good definition of the word liberty. And the American people just now are much in want of one. What constitutes the bulwark of our liberty and independence? It is not our frowning battlements, our bristling sea coasts. These are not our reliance against tyranny. Our reliance is in the love of liberty, which God has planted in our bosoms.
Everybody has their own favorite area of the park. Mine is all the themed lands to the west, from Adventureland through on to Critter Country and everything in between. Just so immersive and beautiful. So Gosh, I'm really cherishing today. I'm really glad that it's going as well as it is. Let's see how the Jungle Cruise is doing. I think 35 minutes is going to be my cutoff. I think it's going to be higher than that. It's actually shut down for the moment, which kind of makes me tempted to wait in the area till it reopens and catch a shorter line. Oh darn, it's actually closed for the entire day. So we won't be doing that. I really hope that reopens. You know what? Let's wait. Let's take a look. Usually the line for Pirates isn't too terrible. Usually Pirates, oh, they're claiming 30. You know, I don't know if I believe them, but I'm gonna give it a shot. The line usually moves pretty fast. Really goes and goes and goes. Ooh, after this, I think that's what I'm gonna do next, get on the sailing ship Columbia. Mark Twain is having a extended refurbishment. And yeah, long line for Pirates, but Pirates of the Caribbean is my favorite attraction, like of any theme park in the world. Ooh, look at this. We're getting a good view, too, of the ongoing construction, looking almost finished, of the revamped, what formerly was Tarzan's Treehouse. I feel like it was going to be Encanto themed. I gotta look into that. Here's the info. It says Adventureland Treehouse, inspired by Walt Disney's Swiss Family Robinson, which was the original inspiration for the treehouse here at Disneyland. So it's a sort of revamped version of the original concept, and it looks beautiful. Like, long and slow reverb progress for that attraction, but it really looks promising. One of my rich guy fantasies, getting into Club 33 up there. A guy can dream. Oh, I got close enough that I just got my first whiff of the smell, the legendary smell. Oh, I was gonna say they should make a perfume of that or something, but I feel like they already have. I feel like I've seen someone have like a scented candle that is just Pirates of the Caribbean smell. And I don't usually buy Disney merch, but I would buy that.
And there'll be plundering pirates lurking in every cove, waiting to board. Sit closer together and keep your buddy hands in. That'd be the best way to repel boredom.
José Grevisier.
Pirates, breathtaking as always. Let's take a trip down New Orleans Square here, which has been given a bit of a glow up with the whole Tiana's Palace thing. Tiana taking a bigger role in this area of the park and Critter Country. I wonder if Critter Country is eventually just going to be kind of absorbed into the new vision for New Orleans Square. The Haunted Mansion is always a massive line, especially when it's decked out for the holidays. You know what? My theme for today has been chill. Just doing the very most chill of all the activities. Stuff with short lines, stuff that's relaxing. And to that end, I think next I'm going to take a trip on the sailing ship Columbia. Her sister ship, the Mark Twain, has been under scaffolding for quite some time. It's been a lengthy refurbishment. I'm sure it'll come out beautiful. I just gotta follow the mast to see when it's gonna arrive at its station. Perfect timing. Here she comes. Like I said, lines are so long today. I've only been in the park about 4 hours, and I've still gotten a chance to do lots of stuff. Even if it's a really busy day, even if it feels like you can't get on any of the big rides, there's still so much to do at Disneyland that you just can't ever be disappointed.
Portside. Let go the bow anchor. Let go the cage. Crew, not swim a stroke. So whosoever falls overboard will be staying overboard. And it will be duly noted in the ship's log.
Will I even fit in here? Is this for children?
Since this is a fine
Cool.
wooden ship, you may not smoke or be stopped in any on-deck
I am the
fires.
only one who thinks it's cool to be down here right now.
Is in the galley.
Feels weird. Literally no one else decided to go down and check out the pretty cool displays under here. Cooking up some stew. I think we may have started moving. Going by Tom Sawyer Island, which is honestly just nice when you need a break from the crowds. But you get some really fun views from on board. You have a lot of scaffolding in this shot, with the Mark Twain in the foreground and the former Splash Mountain in the background. It's so weird to see Splash Mountain not there. It was probably my second favorite ride here, behind Pirates, but I'm very confident that the new retheme is going to be beautiful, but it's going to take some time. The famed old Gully Wumper keelboat. When they redid this area about 5 or 6 years ago, they just could not have done a better job. They really improved it. When they rerouted the whole Rivers of America, just such a good job. If there was one extinct Disneyland ride I would love to have experienced, it's probably the Mine Train Through Nature's Wonderland, which this is, of course, a remnant of. It closed in the 70s, and they still have a piece of the track. I love that what looks just to be theming to be an old, dilapidated track is an actual abandoned rail line that once genuinely ran in real life. Okay, 60 minutes is too long to wait for Big Thunder. I'm gonna actually wander towards Galaxy's Edge. I didn't think I'd do Galaxy's Edge today, but I've been seeing some relatively short wait times for Rise of the Resistance. We'll see if that has remained. Oh no, it's Kylo Ren. What will I do? Don't know why. The park is so busy, but compared to the rest of it, Galaxy's Edge is downright sparse today, which is a good thing. I'm not going to do as much filming on this one because I actually documented it last time I was at the park last year. I'll put a link up to the video I made last time I was here going through this awesome ride. You can find a link to that in the description. I gotta say, I was starting to regret getting in that line. As you can tell, it's dark out now. I spent so long doing that ride. I was starting to be like I should never have gotten that line, but then once you get to the actual ride itself, it's mind-blowing. It's such an amazing attraction. Can't say enough good things about it. It is now 6:45, so there's still just about 3.5 hours until the park closes. I've pulled an all-nighter. I haven't slept since yesterday morning, and I don't know why. I'm kind of rallying here. I think I'm gonna make the most out of the one-day ticket I just bought and stick around, really. To stay into the night. So much more beautiful this time of day. The other attraction here is the Smuggler's Run, where you can pilot the Millennium Falcon. It's not my personal favorite, but that being said, it's got a single rider line, so maybe I can get in relatively quickly. Let's see.
If they're on the outside of the ship, you're going to be controlling them.
So I highly recommend that. 45-minute posted wait time, got in the single rider line, and I just walked right on. I don't know, yeah, it's not my favorite one, that one. I couldn't film much of it because you're busy working with your hands and stuff, and also I got kind of paired with like a family. I didn't really want to film them. But I think my problem with that one is if you wind up as like an engineer, which if you're in the single rider line, that's the thing, you'll probably wind up like one of the two engineers, which doesn't really matter. But unless you're physically piloting the ship, you're sort of incentivized to look at your panel of buttons and focus on when one's going to light up so you know which one you're supposed to hit. And it kind of, it decentivizes you from looking out the window at what's actually going on. I'm generally not a huge fan of motion simulator type rides, but that one is really well done. Like, the motion in it is really intuitive. But yeah, just a couple little things that bugged me about that one. As I walk past this massive something, I don't know anything about Star Wars. Is that a TIE fighter? Probably not. I have no idea. And I'm tempted to turn north and take a look at the brand new redesigned Mickey's Toontown. It's not just weird to see Small World non-operational. It's really weird to see it without all of its bright, beautiful colors and whirly-do. Some things are spinning up there, but not as lively as it just always perennially is. We've got the Disneyland Railroad going by and welcoming us to the new Toontown. Wow, this is so cool to see it back to its old splendor. Even cooler. Maybe I shouldn't say cooler. There's a lot of fans of the 90s version of Toontown. I always loved Toontown just because I wonder if anyone else shares this. I am a huge fan, or I was a huge fan growing up, of the Toontown, I guess it was an MMO that Disney made. And for my first time coming here, it was so cool to walk into that world that I'd spent so many hours in online. Check this out. They're clearly not done even with the new re-theme, as cool as it is. Trying to figure out whose house that is, I forget. Oh, it's got Goofy's hat on it, so that'll be Goofy's house. They're just finishing up there. And ooh, is that the top of a fountain peeking out? Some sort of, I don't know if it's a fountain or just some sort of statue, but they're working on it. It's showing 35 minutes for the brand new ride, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and that sounds good to me. This is so cool. It's always amazing to get to do a ride at Disneyland that I've never seen. This just opened. They have the plane from Plane Crazy, and you can use the steering wheel from Steamboat Willie. Very cool. Cool. Oh, nice. the famous sorcerer's hat. I always loved Pluto's Christmas tree. Oh, the candles. Oh, that's cute. And the concession stand is really cool. Oh, the popcorn machine's even popping. That's really cool. How does it just do that event? It forever. I actually don't know how that works. Is it just a screen? Crazy.
Want to take a ride on the train? Excuse me, you lady.
Who, me?
Do you mind helping these good people into the park too while I fix this here locomotive?
Sure, Goofy.
Thanks. Be back in a jiffy. I'll pick you all up.
Getting on our train.
Can you all hear me way back in the back?
Wow.
There they are! They'll be right back!
That's right. Everyone to your positions. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, excellent. You're all waltzing so beautifully together.
And back out we go. That was very cool. Kind of a, I don't want to say a small scale ride, because clearly it was a lot went into that. But yeah, it was, didn't take itself too seriously. Fun little cartoony ride. Crazy to think that there was never Mickey and Minnie and the Gang themed ride before. And yeah, always, again, how many times do you get the chance to come to a theme park like this that I've been to so many times and get to ride something brand new? Very, very cool. So glad Toontown is back. Let's see, I think I am kind of going to start wrapping up here and making my way back towards the front end. That's it. Let me just see if one of my favorite sort of semi-overlooked dark rides by some people, Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin, is back operating, or if we're going to try again tomorrow. I didn't realize, apparently, I'm a part of a full-scale evacuation. Apparently they've evacuated that area of the park. Maybe I'll learn later what exactly on earth happened. Who knows? Today, just by chance, I really timed everything perfectly. It turns out that when I did choose to ride the sailing ship Columbia, it was the last sailing of the night. It turns out when I rode Rise of the Resistance, it broke shortly afterwards. Today has been a day where lots of stuff hasn't been quite going the way I'm sure the Disney park operations staff had wanted it to, but still, again, having a very full day. You know what? The Matterhorn was closed last time I came to Disneyland. Let's see if I can't get in on the single ride lane. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, you may have to find some on-ride footage of this one from a different source. I'm a little scared to hold my phone on this bumpy and twisty ride. I'm afraid I might throw it. So, I rode Matterhorn. You're gonna have to take my word for it. I kind of got like yet another wind, and I, instead of leaving the park, have just been wandering around. I love this little area. That I've always thought that the Matterhorn and the Submarine Lagoon kind of almost formed their own little mini land between Tomorrowland and Fantasyland here. I absolutely adore Finding Nemo's Submarine Voyage. Oh, I just love this ride. The concept of putting basically a dark ride underwater just floors me. And the fact that they did this originally in the 50s, I mean, oh my god. I got right on. I literally didn't wait in any line. I just walked into the submarine, and here I am. Ooh, I love this ride.
Australia's Great Barrier Reef stretches over 2,000 kilometres.
Something about the very 80s neon Star Trader Mickey sign I love, and the old Starcade sign. They haven't had a Starcade in there since what, the 80s or 90s? The Pizza Planet Dreamliner. I do like the re-theme Alien Pizza Planet. Oh look, the Star Wars launch base still exists. I hardly ever see it open. I've always thought that the big giant circle theater building from Carousel of Progress and America Sings, always thought the Poor Things days were numbered. When I was a little bit younger, it was the Innovations building, and now it really does very little. They just put some character meet and greets in it from time to time. And here's the old staircase to access the People Mover / Rocket Rods track that hasn't existed since the 90s. There's a lot of, oddly enough, remnants of things gone by in Tomorrowland, a land meant to represent the future. It is famously a land that lots of Disneyland enthusiasts say should probably get an overhaul at some point, but the nostalgia is still very real over here. We are 20 minutes from the park closing time now. Looks like it's time to pick one last ride to conclude day one. Maybe I'll see how Star Tours is doing. Looks like we're at just about a walk-on for Star Tours, so let's complete the Star Wars trifecta.
Space lines pack you in like a herd of tauntauns. Star Tours offers you the widest seats and the most legroom of any carrier.
I am C-3PO.
1401, cleared for takeoff. Contact departure on frequency 429er.
Wait! R2-D2, I am not programmed to fly these things. Where are we now? The Wookiee planet. Imperial troopers, what are they doing here?
That one's also hard to film. Oh, that one makes me queasy with the 3D and the jolting. Looks like we've have time for a last ride. Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blaster's not one of my favorites, but it was just right next to me a couple minutes before the park's official closing time. Let's do it. We've got a lot done today. It's really cool.
This is Star Command. Giant robots have been detected in Sector 9.
The robotic army is stealing crystallic fusion power cells. Without those cells, we'll all be powerless.
His mouth is not working properly. I got planetary pilot. That's honestly better than I usually do. Oh my gosh, I love this email your photo thing that hasn't been updated in 20 years. I always like to get the 2004 email. Awesome. With that, y'all, I have actually made it. Disneyland is now closed. I did it. I pulled an all-nighter to get here from Canada and stayed till the park was closed. They're closed at 10 instead of 12 today, but still, I don't know how I have the energy to still be walking around. I am going to get to my hotel as quickly as possible, but not before saying one last goodbye. Well, I'm coming back in the morning, but one last goodbye to the castle and the lovely, beautiful, neon, lit up, late night Main Street, USA. There's just nothing like it. Thank you so much for watching. It's been such a crazy day that this feels like, it feels like a goodbye, even though I'm gonna literally be back wandering around this park in about 10 hours and vlogging it for you. Still so much we didn't do at Disneyland Park, and we've got a whole nother park to explore over at California Adventure. Thank you so much for watching. My Disneyland adventure continues tomorrow. Hope to catch you then.